Okay, guys, this is the vocabulary from Chapter 4 in Book 2. 今天的天气, today's weather. Okay, so we're going to start on page 37, which is the picture page. On the handout that is online for you guys, I've only put the new characters. So you do want to make sure you print out your flashcards so that you get all the characters, and you definitely want to take a good look at page 37. Okay, so we're going to start with the title here first. 今天 you know already, it means today, right? 今天的 Tian you know already. So the only one here that's new is this character Qi. Now it looks really similar to something you've seen before, which is this, with the water radical in front of it, those three dots. You learned this when we learned Qi Che, which means a car, okay? But this character here, when it's together with the radical, means steam. When that inner part here is by itself, Qi, fourth tone, it means something like steam or vapor or air. This is also the qi from like qigong, or the qi that you hear about in Chinese medicine, like the energy that moves through your body. But the important thing that you need to know is that tian qi refers to the weather. Okay, so that's tian qi. Okay, so the next thing to note is the word for the sun. There's only one new character here. You start out with Tai, which you guys know. It's the Tai from Tai Tai that means wife, but it also means great or two, as in T-O-O. So Tai Hao. Oh, that's too good. But what we're learning now is Tai Yang. Okay, here's the character Yang. This is the mountain. This is a version of like a hill radical. It's also the group radical, so you might hear me call it that sometimes too. And then you have the sun radical here. This is yang, second tone. This is the yang from yin and yang, which is an ancient Chinese philosophical concept. So this side of the circle is the yang side. Okay? Whereas this side of the circle over here is the yin side. Okay, so yang refers to one type of energy and yin refers to the other type. Yang is anything that's warm in nature. It's things that are rising up. It's things that are expanding. It's associated with the daytime. It's also associated with men. Yin on this side is anything that is sinking. It's something that's cold. It's things that are contracting. It's associated with us ladies. Please don't think in any way that either one means good or bad, because that's missing the point. But the interesting idea is that this one is sort of turning into that one, and that one's sort of turning into this one. And each one contains a little bit of the opposite over here. So like even at night when it's dark, there's stars, or even in the day, when it's bright, you get moments of shadow because of the clouds. So this is a really important concept in ancient China that has to do with nature and the weather. So I figured I'd mention it here. But remember, what you're learning with all this is that Tai Yang means sun. Now, while we're here and we're talking about yin and yang, I'm going to go over this one. This is yin, the yin from yin and yang. Tian, okay? Yin Tian, Yin Tian means a day that's overcast. Basically, the sky's all gray and you can't see anything. Happens in Beijing all the time. Okay. So this is the yang, yin and yang. Okay. Okay. So the next thing we're gonna learn is all about clouds. Here's the character for cloud. This is yun. Okay. Y-U-N. Second tone. This can be a last name in China as well. It can also be a first name. It's commonly used in girls' names, which is why it's wicked funny that my husband's name is Xiao Yun, because he has a girl name. But anyway, this is Yun, meaning clouds. There's a few ways you can modify this to describe how cloudy it is. If it's just a little bit cloudy, you're going to use the 小云, 小云. And if there's a whole bunch of clouds, you're going to use 多云. Okay? You might remember this. We've seen it in 多少. That means how much or how many. Okay? Okay, now the next thing we're going to learn how to say is the opposite of 云 or 阴天. This is when there's clouds in the sky. The opposite of that would be 晴天, which means it's a clear and very nice day. So you're going to start here with the sun radical, which makes perfect sense. Then we have this guy here, which is pronounced Qing. So this is in here to tell us the pronunciation. You might remember this character here, Qing, which means please. Okay, this thing here is in a ton of characters, and every single one of them is pronounced Qing. Okay, so this is Qing Tian. Oh, sorry, that shouldn't be there. So this is Qing Tian, and it means a clear day. Yeah, not a lot of clouds, or basically no clouds at all. Okay. Okay, next thing we learn how to say is that it is really hot. I personally think it's really silly that this is on this page, and then on the next page they teach you how to say cold. They should stick the two together, but it's here, so let's learn it. Now remember, in China they love to use adverbs, so we're going to throw this 很 in, even though it might not be really hot, just a little hot, you're still going to say the 很. Okay? Then we have 热. Okay? 热, this is the hand radical. Okay? Okay, so that is 热. Okay? 很热. Really, really hot. So we have the hand radical here. This is something you don't have to worry about. You haven't learned yet. It's 碗. It means like something small and round. No idea. Maybe you can think of the sun as being that shape. And then we have the fire radical here. Kind of makes sense. Okay? So 很热, really hot. We'll get to cold on the next page. Okay, next character we have here is rain. Okay? It is pronounced 雨. Okay? This is how you write it. Okay, so this is 雨, rain. The ancient picture of it used to be something like this, and then some raindrops, which kind of makes sense. The verb you want to use with this, and you're going to see this again in this chapter, this is 下, which means down, or to fall down, or to move downward. Okay, so 下雨, they say literally it's rain is falling. Okay. Okay, next thing we have here is lightning. Lightning is 雷. Okay. You start out with rain on the top, which makes sense because the two usually happen at the same time. And then we have a tian on the bottom, which means field. Remember that? So it's two components you've seen before, and now we're just putting them together. Okay. The verb we want to use for this is 打, which you remember means to hit or strike. Okay. So literally, it's the lightning is striking. Okay, so this is 雷. 雷 actually means the thunder. There's a different word for the lightning itself. For the lightning itself, they just use 电, 雷电, which would mean thunder and lightning. But 雷 is actually the thunder. 电 is the lightning. Okay, next character is 风, which means wind. Okay. And that is first tone, 风. You might notice it looks similar to the character for phoenix you learned in 6th grade, which is also another F-E-N-G, 风. Okay. The verb you want to use for this is 刮, which is also first tone. It's written like this. This, believe it or not, is the tongue radical. And then we have a knife here. Okay. The character 刮, this guy here by itself means to shave or to scrape. So when somebody shaves, it's 刮. But you can think about like a wind so strong that it literally feels like it's scraping you or peeling something off of you. Okay, so this is 刮风. Okay, so last weather pattern here. This is how we say snow. Again, we're going to use 下 because it's something falling down from the sky. 下, and it is 雪. Okay. The 下 you know already. 雪 looks like this. Again, we're going to start with rain on the top. Okay. And then this here is another version of the hand radical. Okay. I believe it's like the right hand radical or something like that. The way I remember this is you have rain plus hand, and what is snow? It's basically rain that's frozen so you can hold it in your hand, okay? We have a number of weather patterns on this page that are all written similarly. So I'm just going to differentiate them for you here really quickly. This is 雨, which is rain. This is 雷, second tone, which is thunder. And this is 雪, which is snow. Okay, the last thing we're going to learn how to say on this page is the high and low temperature for somewhere. Okay, so the word for temperature is 温度. Okay, here's the when. You're going to start with the drops of water. Okay, then we have the sun radical. And this radical here on the bottom actually means like a container or a vessel, something that holds something. This when by itself is the word for warm, okay? And then we have tu, which means a degree. You're going to start like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. For a long time I thought that you took that turn and then brought that one down, but that's actually wrong. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. So this is 温度. It means literally the warmth degree, and that's the word for temperature. Now the way we're going to describe the temperature, there's two ways. If it's the high temperature, you're just going to use 最. Go. Okay, that's the high temperature. And for the low temperature, you're going to use 最. Di. 最低. Okay, so go means high, and di means low. So you're saying it's the most high or the most low. So you have 最高温度. Okay, and then 最低温度. I'm sorry, this is actually a first tone, 最低温度. Okay. Alright, so that is the end of the vocabulary for page 37 in your book, which is 今天的天气.